for science! Is the whole thing gonna float behind me like a weird little familiar?
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now? Thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it. The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods.
To be fair, it was not hard to find it.
These ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Yay! More food, more energy, please? Neither? That's fine. That's cool. I don't like wanted anyway.
Smashing things was fun.
Alright, we have one skill point. Should we just put it into time? Yeah. Let's just finish off all this. Cool. Yeah. What the fuck? Whew. Damn.
A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered.
Food?
The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun? No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Hi, thank you.
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Let's go! That's true. I've killed many ravens in this game so far. Well, look! Oops! It's them or me, man.
Had found his game changer. He would ignore all distractions and focus on the Sky Ripper. Ooh, wouldn't his gauntlet look swell with that jewel in it?
Increases resistance to physical damage or energy on kill. I want that. Oh gosh. Guys, come on. Guys, please. Oh! Fuck!
Oh, should have faked left and then gone left, he thought.
For some reason, I thought that the wall was
Never
up.
thought again.
Oh, I'm a dumb. Okay. There we go. Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
Could have gone better, thought Renato as he died.
Jeez, I've died so many times this way through. Okay. Cool it. Okay. Thank you.
It was a bit windy up here.
Man. This whole Skyripper storyline is like gemstones everywhere. Hey. Oh. It's like, don't fall.
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Skyripper together right. But one Toad was worried.
About what?
Yeah, the Skyripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If Skyripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen until our whole existence fell into it.
Another Toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried Toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
Nope. Commit. Boop.
Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Skyripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Totes. Let's do it.
Maybe it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renato's optimism started to slump.
Why?
What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renato dare use the Skyripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies. Even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies, some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after. No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler, no. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least, he was sure of. Sweet. You could use this material to craft a spork.
What?
Or a sword.
Sick.
He tried to focus on the now. The ravens who
More
seemed
food.
everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Kilvaris would help. He would make Renato feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renato wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Ugh. I like how we're like, no, I don't want to think about the enemies as like being people with families. Nope. Nah, let's not do that. Ow. What's over here? Oh, a void door.
Renato's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
But I've talked to him before. How did I talk to him the first time?
This one contained nothing but unmatched gloves. And something more useful.
Oh, no? Oh yeah, that's where I walked in. Never mind. Never mind, I'm a patoot. Okay.
Don't look down, he told himself. Don't look down.
Yeah, health. Cool. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm glad. I'm having fun playing it.
Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
Hey, narrator. Don't you make fun of me? Try not to die anymore, man. Wait, but... There we go. Yeah!
He hadn't noticed that path before.
Man, remember when we were evil and we murdered everybody? Feels so long ago. What? Dear Zenobia, do you remember that expedition I have sent to the depths beneath the islands? They've returned. Well, 3 ships have returned out of the 8 I sent. Of course, I mourn the losses, but the knowledge the survivors brought back is invaluable. What they've experienced is incredible. The air gradually grows denser and more turbulent until it becomes a suffocating, bone-crushing thunderstorm. But the islands keep stretching for miles below the surface, and they have roots that radiate downward, far beyond sight. The islands are alive. This is the proof I was looking for. The thick air of the depths keeps them afloat, and in the depths they find their sustenance. Do they have a conscience? Are they aware of our existence, or are we merely parasites that they ignore or tolerate? I must prepare another expedition. This time, I will go myself. I need to see this wondrous world at the endless deep sky. I hope you will visit me before I leave. I would like to hear more about that new friend of yours, Reynardo. With love, Father. What? What the heck?
He smells burnt fur. Please.
No! I hacked up. Ow! What the fuck?
To everything, there is a season. He turned over and died.
Hey, fuck you, game. Oh wait, I don't need to do this. Just kidding. No. I'm trying to do this. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. What the fuck? What the fuck? I was aiming at them! What the fuck?
Tunnel. Mother, he thought?
No, bullshit. Nope, bullshit. Bullshit. Bring it, you assholes. Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
Once you try it, you're hooked.
I hate this. What is this? No! So angry. I am using healing! I'm holding it down constantly!
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Didn't it?
Jesus Christ. My hands hurt. My hands hurt so bad. Hi, Pluto. That's what happens when you get a little too savage with your desk. God damn it.
The right jewel could really give you an edge. The wrong, well, it still looked pretty, didn't it? Renato had sacrificed a friend for the Sky Ripper. It would be worth it if he could bring a super weapon to the rebellion.
Oh, fuck. I'm an
Science
idiot.
ruined everything.
Had the wrong sword. Give me health, somebody. Anybody. Find me somebody to love. Not energy. I guess energy's fine. It's not what I want, though. Give me food. What up?
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Reynardo explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so, according to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
What?
Pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
Yeah, no, that's not right. Each time you use it... Okay, look.
Trying to explain odds.
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Reynardo could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was it. The big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky Ripper? Could he gamble the universe? On the other hand, what were the odds of rolling 21 sixes in a row?
Look, if the game gives you the option to use it, I'm using it.
The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking?
Oops.
They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper, or the Iblis Stone, or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow, or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right.
Totally.
So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Use the Sky Ripper on the Emperor is literally what this next section is called. Thank you.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Man, hope this has been taking a beating. Food, please. Food, please.
He'd found a Superman issue #1 in limp condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Oh, game.
So much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Okay. I'll probably go until like 5 o'clock today.
Smell any better dead, Reynardo thought. Someone had told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, though.
and he always listened to his gut.
On the other hand, 128 chances to win, but one of them would destroy the universe. Ooh, that seemed a bit serious.
Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Skyripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a Fizbin.
That could work.
Yeah, totally. I'm breaking everything, because of my health.
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 deep.
Oh, shit. Woo! Mer- Is this the way we went last time? There's the mouth right there. No, we're going a different way, aren't we? Ow, fuck. Whew. Oh, hey, what up? What up,
Set
girl?
the Skyripper and let it warm up. He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. Or I know the odds. Good, because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No. Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing.
Is that how odds
They
work?
only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said.
Don't. He felt sure the odds were with him. You have to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The Skyripper fired. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. It was awesome.
I didn't even get to choose. He just
Then
did it.
He noticed.
There was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger, and even larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole.
It's the Pegasus.
1 in 128. What are the odds? Thought Reynardo. And then everything fell into the hole and was gone.
Whoops.
And just like that, he was alive again. And back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
Alright, the only one left is our sweet
But
cat
he was
love.
starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Man. I don't know which one we should choose to try and, like, get to the true end or find out the truth about Our Lady Love. Because in every single one of these, it gives you an option to, like, meet her. So, when we got the Iblis Stone, the stone told us to murder her, and we had the option to not murder her, right? If we go after Lepido, we have the option to kidnap her, which seemed like it led in the best direction for us, because we got to, like, have some one-on-one time with her where we weren't trying to murder her. And then with the Skyripper, there was a point where it was like, oh, by the way, your lady love is, like, off doing a thing, if you want to, like, go meet up with her. I don't know. I think... Let's try this out again.
Pino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he... Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Aw, yeah,
From
finally!
the mystical East could make time itself slow for you.
We have all the swords now. No. Ow. Fucking shit.
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Renato had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Ravens call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. Thought, Renato?
Cool. Yeah. Oops.
Renato looked around the empty village and reflected. The Sky Ripper had turned out to be far too dangerous to be used. Time to turn to what he knew best.
Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
Okay, let's see what's over here. We didn't get to look at any of this area last time. Yeah!
You couldn't go sticking jewels in your gauntlet just anywhere. What if you dropped one and broke it? Luckily, there was a bench right here.
Attack enemies at a distance. Let's try this. Let's see how this goes. Oh shit. We could jump down again. I'm in. Let's do it. YOLO. Wait. No. I was like, is that a lever? It is not. That's fine. Woo!
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
There's another note.
It was time for a little exploration.
Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must already be flocking around you, no doubt. Here in the palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I've been collaborating with Professor Calaveras and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that the islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calaveras and his boys have made measurements. The islands are drifting, surrounded by the endless sky. It's difficult to notice, but through careful measurements of the wind over long periods of time, they are certain the islands are moving westward. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia, to reach the destination. I have this strange idea. What if the islands are some sort of herd, and they're deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Can you imagine new islands with their own inhabitants? The thought that we might not be alone. If only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Father. Is that her actual father? Because she's adopted, right? So what if her story is like...
This stone was incredibly valuable. Renato could sense it. Also, it still had its price tag.
What if, like, she's been adopted by this king, but, like, with plans to murder the Emperor? What if the Emperor murdered her dad, and she wants the Emperor dead?
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lupino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lupino's favorite deck.
Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia.
The Emperor did used to be a
capture
cool
Zenobia.
dude. That's true.
We find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest
why
general,
does he
who
want
also
the
happens to be a
daughter
deadly
captured?
sorcerer and his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course.
No, she wasn't. We smooched. We also murdered her. But we smooched. It was real.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
A chest full of old banana peels. There had to be more.
Who was?
I know there was, you silly goose. I already opened that once, right?
Don't look down, he thought.
Cool. Meh. Food, please. Anyone, food.
Where was a workbench when you needed one? Oh, never mind.
Increases the chance of rare loot by 1%. Okay. I didn't even know there was, like, rarities of loot in this game, but that's cool. Yeah. I have.
Why was Lupino urging him to capture Zenobia? Obviously it was a trap. But you never knew how Lupino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lupino wanted. And there must be some way to play on that, Renato thought.
I agree. I always want to go in those, but I'm not going to.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Renato.
Ooh. Physical resistance level 3. Holy shit. Are those, maybe those portals show up to let you sort of skip the monotonous shit? I'm gonna jump down.
Boy, if looks could kill.
Oh well.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What could possibly go wrong? thought Renato.
Wait, which one should I choose to try and, like, trap him, though? Weren't we just like, oh man, he always comes up with weird goofball plans that suck ass. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. And I thought we would be able to see that reflected in these options, but I'm not seeing it. I think I'm gonna go with this crazy plan again, because
This is gonna be fun, said Lapino, as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan. The mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before... Well, you know. I won't apologize. I know you're too proud to forgive me. I also know you won't resist reading through... Oh, I also know you won't resist reading through. You are a cat, as much as I've tried to educate you like a proper toad. I swear to you, and you have to believe me, I did not plan all this when I adopted you. You've always been my special little kitten. That's why I'm writing this now, weeks in advance. I know I will not have the heart to do it the night of the sacrifice. If I think of you as my daughter then, I may change my mind. You must think I'm a selfish, and yes, I am a selfish, sad little toad that's afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power, I want it all, and so I will keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It's the only way I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you for eternity. Tomorrow I'll try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still with love, Father. Wait. So did the toad have the Iblis stone at one point? And planned on sacrificing his daughter? But it didn't happen?
This one looked familiar. Had he lost this one in a card game? Welcome back, he thought.
Dude, I'm so confused. Oh, physical... Oh, it... Oh, cool. It upgraded it for me. That's great. Like, what the fuck? Did he have the Iblis stone? Because she's still alive. Unless, like, it's not her somehow? Ow, fuck.
Renato felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Pino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat.
Renato, she said. Are those new scars? They look good on you. You never return my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Ah, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Lapino.
But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east over the Nexus.
She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapino was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet.
Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Opino. You have to catch her.